So, as we know, Halloween Ends has started filming now. This is a little over a week ago, maybe, that they started the filming, as we got the pictures from Jamie Lee Curtis's Instagram, as well as Nick Castle also posting a picture showing that he is also going to be involved in Halloween Ends. He's also made it very clear that he's not going to be portraying Michael in the film. Obviously, a lot of people were getting confused. They thought when his name got announced and brought in that he was going to be playing Michael in some parts. He's just making a cameo. I'm interested to see how that goes, whether it's a big or small one. I'm sure they'd never do this, but imagine he got killed by Michael. That'd be fucking... But before I made this channel, I knew I wanted to do a video like this, but it was also very risky because obviously you're making these predictions. The film still has, 9 months still to come out. A lot can change, and there's still a lot of information that we obviously haven't got about Halloween Ends. However, I wanted to test myself. I wanted to see whether I could predict some things that may be in Halloween Ends. So I've come up with 5. I was going to go 10, but fuck that. You know, I'm already probably going to have shitloads of just pure manure from Michael all over my face by the time Ends comes out. So the first prediction isn't something that's going to be in Ends as I'm predicting, because I think Karen is dead. Okay, I keep reading a few theories that how Karen's alive, how Karen could play a part in Ends. Some of the theories weren't too bad, and I'd actually be semi alright with seeing them in a Halloween film. But my thoughts, and also probably what I most hope for, is that Karen is dead. I think at the end of Kills, that was 1000% them killing her off. Yeah, there's this thing going around that maybe she's going to have like a Hawkins kind of moment in 18 in Kills, where obviously you think he's dead, but he's not. But I think them redoing that would kind of take away the Hawkins comeback. Like, it would make it less like cool because they've just repeated the same shit again. I think in 2018 they made Karen pretty much unbearable. I really did not like her as a character personally, but then by the end of Kills we kind of saw the turnaround, and I think most of us, especially obviously the way she led Michael out, like, it was pretty cool. She stuck that huge fucking like fork thing in him, and I think the way they killed her off was like shock. It was shock factor and it was good. Yeah, that's my first prediction. I think Karen is 1000% dead and will not be in Ends. Now my second prediction, and I can't really tell whether it's what I would most want as well. I think this is something that is really up in the air about people, because some people would rather not know at all, but at the same time, how are you going to not explain where the fuck Michael was for 4 years? Now, obviously, it started as a little rumour that the, like, working title, I think it's called, and obviously for Halloween Ends, it was Mob Rules. Now, I think this one is Cave Dweller. I'm pretty sure that's confirmed. Now, I fucking hope they have not done it where Michael is this stupid, stinky caveman for 4 years, and then he crawls out the shitty hole he climbed into, and then Halloween fucking Ends happens, and he's just back. I think the Cave Dweller name could be about the town more so, and a bit more of like, not a literal thing of an actual cave dweller. I think it might be about maybe the town of Haddonfield, and how they're now like kind of trapped in there almost because of the 2 now huge events that have happened on Halloween. So yeah, I don't think Michael's going to be a caveman. I don't think he's been sat in a cave all these years, which makes me want to think logically. And when we really think about it, in this day and age especially, if an event like this happened, even where I am across in the shitty UK, we'd have heard and seen Michael's face, which then leads me to think he's not gonna be just out wandering, obviously. And this isn't my idea, I've seen somebody else say this, and I think it makes the most sense to me, but I feel like it's gonna be almost like a repeat of what happened in the start of Kills, where they did the flashback scene. I don't know whether they're gonna give a flashback scene of it. That would be maybe a little bit too... I don't think I want to see the flashback scene, but I think that Michael is going to get captured again. I think that it's the most logical thing I can think of, and that's where I'm going to leave that prediction. I think he gets captured again and he gets put into some kind of facility, and then a little bit of an extended prediction on that. Again, this is also stuff that I've read just from people guessing things, little theories, but I kind of like the theory of maybe Laurie or Allison. I don't think it's going to be Laurie, but maybe Allison going and being the one that breaks him out this time. But on that whole thing of where Michael's been for 4 years, I'm so up in the air on what the fuck I'd actually be happy with. I don't know whether I'm happy with any of the answers, but you know, either way, they're gonna know that Michael fucking disappeared that night, whether or not they capture him. So who the fuck knows? But that's my prediction anyway. I think Michael gets captured again. Now my third prediction is a bit vague. I'm going to be honest, it's a bit of a pussy prediction, I can't lie. I was going to have the prediction as Hawkins is now the sheriff, but I decided to switch that to maybe there being a scene where Hawkins gets offered being the sheriff, and he has the opportunity to become the sheriff, and maybe potentially turns it down because he wants to kind of get the fuck away from it. But I'm going to go with him at least getting the opportunity to be sheriff. I think that may be a scene in Ends. Now the reason I think this is because obviously we know from Kills, Hawkins feels really guilty from what he did that night, and he feels guilty for not killing Michael, and obviously he carries the guilt of killing his, I don't know, police police officer friend? What the fuck are they called? So the reason for him to maybe take Sheriff would be him having that control at that point, you know? We know that the Sheriff Barker, is an absolute shit show of a sheriff. I think he's going to potentially also get killed in Ends somehow, maybe. I think that'd be an interesting scene. So maybe that's another... This is 6 predictions, then. That's another prediction. I think Sheriff Barker's going to die. But yeah, in terms of whether he takes the sheriff role, I think... A reason that he would take the sheriff role would obviously be, again, as I said, the protection of the town, the protection from Michael that he feels he may be able to do as the sheriff. And we know, obviously, in Kills, he had that line saying... he needs to die and I'm the one that's going to do it, something like that. So he clearly has it in him where he wants to fucking kill Michael, so I don't think he's going to just let that slide. However, on the flip side, he may not take the sheriff. It may just be a scene where he gets presented with the opportunity and he may turn it down because who knows, maybe he's now in a relationship with Laurie. But I'm sure Hawkins is going to get the opportunity to become sheriff. Now, my 4th prediction, and a very interesting one that I'm almost 100% sure this shit's going to happen, and that is that the Myers house is going to get demolished or completely destroyed. It's going to be gone. I think as much as it's iconic, and I really actually like the way that they did it in Kills, where, you know, in previous films we've seen the Myers house as this like run down home, you know, the boogeyman's house, no one's in there, you know, kind of like how it was in the flashback scene. Obviously, I think the way that they did it, where they obviously brought Big John and Little John in and they had completely redone it, I thought that was brilliant and realistic. It makes sense. So I think now they're going to be realistic and have it make sense by taking down that house, because they know now that Michael kills, he goes home. I don't think it has a real need to be in Ends, and again, as I said, it's just a logical thing to do after what the fuck has happened there. So much shit has happened there. Now, my number 5 prediction is more of a character prediction for Laurie and how she is. From the pictures that came out, I think the idea of a lot of people have been that Laurie looks well recovered now. She looks way healthier than she did in Halloween 2018 and Kills, obviously, because Kills, she was fucked. Now, she looks recovered. She looks healthy. I don't know what it is about her, but in the pictures especially, she just looks like she's moved on. And that could be because she realised that Michael isn't actually just after her. She now thinks, fuck this, I gotta live my life now, because she waited for so long on somebody that wasn't actually really even coming for her. And maybe Laurie and Allison will almost do like a switch, considering how Laurie was with what happened to her in obviously Halloween 1. I mean, we've got Allison, her both parents are now dead, her 2 friends got killed, her boyfriend got killed, her boyfriend's friend that is also kind of her friend got killed. You know, she was attacked by him. I think she's going to be fucked. I think it's going to remind me a lot of the 2009 Laurie, where she's just fucked and goes a bit apeshit and rebellious. I can kind of imagine that kind of route for her. Yeah, these are my predictions. That's just 5 that I wanted to give. Obviously, as time goes on, I'm going to have more predictions that I want to say, or not necessarily predictions, but just ideas. I really want to make a video on all the radio tower theories that I've heard, because the radio tower theory has some very mixed reviews. I'm torn on whether I think it is going to be some link to Michael, or whether it is literally just going to be a setting, maybe a climax or something, but that's for another video. Let me know if you agree or disagree with any of these predictions in the comments down below. I'm interested to see what other theories people have. So if you think I'm wrong, call me a dick in the comments. Don't do that. Don't do that, because it probably won't get public. It will get held for review. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, which will hopefully be very soon.